Welcome back to our channel, guys. It's Z and Abs, a Zabz DIY, and today we are going to show you how to remove your rear bumper off a Vauxhall Zafira B. To remove the bumper off your Vauxhall Zafira B is quite simple. You have two T20 bolts on the wheel arch on the bumper on the side. You have, I believe, 2 or 3 retainer clips, plastic type, underneath the bumper. Once you've done that, you need to remove your rear tailgate lights, and then you need to slide the bumper off the sliders and hook the bumper off or bumper holder. Behind the wheels you have one T20 over here and you have one T20 about here. Coming on the driver's side, again you have one T20 over there and one T20 over here. Come underneath the car, 2 clips, one over here, and it's going back to the driver's side, one over here. So the tools that you will need are, you want to get a pry bar like this, you want to get a plier like this, and you've got a small wrench with T20. First thing we're going to do is disconnect your battery, because we will be removing the rear tailgate lights to get access. The bumper is hooked on both sides. Once you've removed your battery, the first thing I'm going to do, go ahead underneath the car, and I am going to be removing those 2 clips first. So one over here and the other one is over here, just underneath the spare tire. Now just bear in mind, when you do remove those 2 plastic away from the bumper, you will need to replace it with new ones because they are old and they're really harsh to get off. Hence why you can try with the trim remover, but you might have to get a plier to force it off. So what you want to do is, like, as you can see already on this one, I've already removed the insert and I've already pushed it out. So that's the maximum I can push it out with the trim remover. Now I'm going to get my plier and I'm going to force it out. So obviously they can break, so you will need to replace them. As you see, I've pretty much broken the head of it already, so this won't be reusable, so this will need to be changed. Yeah, if you can do it better than me and you can take out all in one piece without breaking it like I've done, you'll be able to reuse it. But obviously my one's broken, so I won't be able to reuse this one, so I'll have to replace this one. Now if I come on the other one, same thing again. So I've tried it with the trim remover tool, but it didn't work. So there you go again. So again, I will have to replace this as well. As you can see, broken the head of it, so this won't be if I end up reusing it, if I need to take it out in the future, it's not going to be easy to take off. Next I'm going to be removing the 2 T20s. Now if you have a small T20 with a small ratchet like me, you can easily access this bolt here, so you've got enough room, as you can see if I shoot from this angle. So it's not hitting the wheel or the tire, it's coming off nice and easy. The only problem you're going to have to remove is the bottom T20. So if you come over here now, so even if I try to get my T20 with a small ratchet, I've not got enough room. So to remove the bottom T20, I've jacked the car to give me enough room or enough space to get my T20 in there. And the same thing from the driver's side. So we're going to go ahead and remove the 2 T20s, and on the top T20 we've got enough space to get our ratchet in there to remove the T20 from the top. But for the bottom one, as you can see, we've barely got any space to put our ratchet in, so we will have to jack the rear from the driver's side to get space and access to get the T20 off from the bottom. As you can see, these are the T20s on the passenger side. This one is the top one, that's the bottom one. These are 2 clips underneath the bumper, and these are the T20s on the driver's side, bottom and top. So the next thing we're going to draw our attention to are removing the rear tailgate lights on both sides. You don't really need any tools for this, quite simple. So you go ahead and remove the trim inside the boot. Once you remove the trim inside the boot, if you come inside the boot here, all you have to do is take off this plastic, so just turn it anti-clockwise. You also got this same plastic, the tailgate light right at the top. I'm not sure if you can see it, it's right at the top, so go ahead and remove that as well. Once you got both of them off, one was in the center, one at the top, go ahead and remove your tailgate light. So you want to get a plastic trim remover and just move it around like that, and the tailgate light should come off. So if you come on the back of the tailgate light, now you can see the connector that I was on about. So you got this black connector, go ahead and remove that. Okay, now we can remove the tailgate light, and you're going to do the same thing on the other side. Remove the plastic trim, you come inside here, got one over here. Hopefully I can show you better on this side because it's not as dark as the other side was quite dark. And then you got one just there, you go, just on the top of there. Go ahead and remove that. So you got one here, one over there on both of the lights. So you got two there. And then get your plastic trim and just edge around the light. Now remember, this grommet here stays on the car. Once you've done that, just grab your tailgate light. And remember, don't force it out because you've got this loom connector. Go ahead and remove that. That's your tailgate light removed as well. Put that somewhere safe. Okay, so once you remove both of the tailgate lights, plastic secure and the trims, and you remove both of the T20s on the passenger side, both the T20s on the driver's side, and both the plastic clips underneath the bumper, you are now ready to remove the bumper. So the reason why we remove the rear tailgate lights, see this here, so this plastic bumper holder is on the car, and you can see it's, I think it's riveted as well, and you got these tabs on the bumper. So now if I show you, so this bit here, obviously of the T20, you can pull in it nice and gently. They're not got much tabs on there, so they come off nice and easy without breaking them. But if you did not remove the tailgate light and you try to yank the bumper, say from this bit here, as I'm pulling it, you can see the tabs getting caught up, so you wouldn't be able to see that, so you'll have to force the bumper off. And if you force the bumper off, you'll break either the plastic holder or the tab itself. So obviously this bit here can come off easily. So now we know the bumper is off from both sides. I'm not going to do nothing there yet. I'm going to come across this side over here and I'll do the same. So nice and gently, try not to use too much force. And obviously coming from here, so see that slides off, as does that, but that doesn't. So there you go. So now it's come off its position. So if I show it to you again, hopefully it's slower. So to put it back in, you want to push it in and you want to slide it forward, and that will clip back in. Now to take it off, take this bit off, and if I push back on this, see how it slides off. Now that's slid off. Now because the tailgate light's not putting pressure on this tab, this should come off as well. Yeah, perfect. So that's come off as well. So as you can see, the bumper is now coming off. Same thing with this one over here. Now we can, hopefully it should just come off really, but nice and easy. So I've got one hand as well. It would have been easier if I had two hands. There you go. And that's how you remove a rear bumper of a Vauxhall Zafira B. Guys, just to go over it one more time to summarize. So you've got two T20s, one over here, one over there. You need to remove the tailgate light and obviously disconnect the wiring loom. Same thing here, remove the trim, remove those two plastic secures for the tailgate light, remove the tailgate light, remove the loom. You've got two T20s on the driver's side. Now you've got these two plastic you need to remove from the bumper, bottom of the bumper. And just to remember, you will need to replace them unless you can do a better job than me. But they've been on there for years, so for years even. So that's why they kind of obviously need replacing. Once you've done that, grab the bumper on the side, pull it out, slide it out, slide it out. Go on the other side, same thing, grab the bumper on the side, pull it out, slide it out, slide it out. So these bit here hook onto one over here, that slider hooks onto like that, and then you got this tab over here. My one came off nice and easy. If yours doesn't, just push down on it and try to pull the bumper out. you do a better job in two hands. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Someone did comment on one of our other videos to show you how to remove the rear bumper. So we especially made an episode to show you how to remove your rear bumper of a Vauxhall Zafira B. If you haven't already, consider to like, subscribe and share, and we'll see you in the next one. This plastic is on the top of the light. Obviously this side was easy to get to. This side I did get to it, but I was slightly struggling. So if you are struggling like me, if I show you, what you need to do is you need to take this trim piece off, and that's only one T20 screw over there. So if I remove that T20 screw and I show you what I mean, from over here you can go ahead and remove the plastic securer for the tailgate light.